Hello everybody, Mr. the Vestman here, bringing you Orcs Must Die, level 18, and this level, I can safely say, is probably one of the harder ones for me and in general. And you're going to get the typical Weaver stuff, although you see I went all out. I bought a bunch of Weaver skills, because really, they're going to be necessary. And also, you can see here, at the middle, I block off the wall going to, or I block off the path going to the rift. And that is because you want to funnel them. But in the beginning here, you can just get the lightning kills, get the money, same old-fashioned way. Now, there's two approaches here. The one you see that I'm doing, lightning crossbow, or if you're a really crack shot and you want to try it, you can go stand at the rift and just throw magic down the hallway and hit them. Now, obviously, that runs a little bit more of a risk of you missing entirely, but you will have a lot more magic to play around with. You can see here at wave 2, I come back here and block this pathway off, and then I start lightning it up like crazy, because you're going to need so much money on this level. It's pretty ridiculous. Wave 3, I put up brimstone at the entrances to the choke point here. So, whereas I've put up barriers behind me to block it off, I've put brimstone in front of me. That's to start chipping away at the enemies. And I'm not going to lie to you, this is going to be difficult. Most of the difficult part actually comes from gnoll hunters. The gnoll hunters, because they are so numerous on this level, this is wave 4 now, by the way. Because they are so numerous, they often will pose a challenge because you have to dedicate your time to just killing the gnoll. And obviously, time dedicated to killing gnolls is time lost to killing orcs. So wave 4, you can see I put up a bunch of arrow walls. I have the magic recharge, so every time an orc gets killed by a trap, my magic recharges. That one is very, very crucial here. You're going to want to be throwing magic all over the place. You can see I come back here and I try my own little strategy of just throwing the spells down the hall. You can see it works. But your targets are so small, you have to be very, very careful. So now at wave 5, you can see I've buffed up the brimstone a little more, and I'm putting them at the bottom of the stairs leading up to the choke point now. Basically, like I've done in the past, we're trying to spread out the brimstone so that the orcs that are already on fire aren't going to set off the next brimstone traps. I'm still running around, still using the lightning like crazy. Keep in very close mind that the gnolls will spawn. You might not see them in the video, but gnolls will spawn. They are going to be a pain, and how you deal with the gnolls will really make or break this level. You want to deal with them as quick as you can. I suggest either using lightning, the lightning bolt, not the lightning cloud, or using ice to freeze them. I wouldn't suggest fire. I would not suggest using the fire. In fact, I didn't even pick the fire magic spell for this one. Here you can see again, I'm coming back here to use the magic just to try to thin the guys out a little bit. Now, the one thing to keep in mind also, there are 2 rifts on this level, so you can't just stand at one rift and hope to get stuff done. However, I also really suggest you buy the lightning for the rift so that if orcs start creeping through, which they might, the rift will fight them off itself. That is invaluable. Here at wave 7, you can see we're getting to the point where we don't have to worry. I have the choke point, which is in the dead center of the map. It is full of traps now. We've got brimstone all over. We have spikes. We have arrow walls. We have archers now behind our barriers to help thin them out even more. So at this point, you're pretty well sitting pretty. So if you can get to wave 7 or 8 with a trap layout similar to this, you'll be pretty well set. Once again, the only issue and point of concern, the gnoll hunters are numerous. Keep a very close eye on them. You can usually see when they spawn because their red dots move a lot faster than the orcs. Now you can see I'm putting up ballistas here at wave 8, and actually this is to help the gnoll hunters because the auto ballistas do tremendous damage to the first target that steps into range. Typically is going to be a gnoll. Otherwise, you're going to want to keep doing what you're doing. Be mindful of your health. You will take some pot shots once in a while on this level. You can see just coming back here to throw a few spells. It gets really difficult though, as you can see. It's really hard to see the enemy at that point. Wave 9, we're just continuing to buff here. You could put Brimstone where they exit if you want. You could put more Auto Ballistas up like you see me. I don't have the Brimstone up near their spawn because of the fact you would have to spend quite a lot of money to cover the entire pathway. Otherwise, just keep on doing what you're doing. Once again, at this point, you're fairly well set. If any enemies get to the top of the hall, you can see they got a bevy of spikes to deal with and other various pointy objects. I also have archers now back there. Another strategy which could work, I didn't personally try it, would be to use paladins. If you filled that hallway with paladins, that would also be a great way, probably. I didn't try that because my luck with the paladins was dismal at best. I, for whatever reason, just had terrible luck with the paladin guardians. However, it might be beneficial if you used paladins instead of the archers, just simply because the paladins can hold their own against the gnolls, whereas the archers simply get knocked over very quickly. Wave 11, pretty well the same thing's going to happen. Beef up your stuff a little more. You can see I've got money at this point that I'm not even spending because my traps are pretty well impenetrable. Once again, if you wanted to try the paladin strategy, there really wouldn't be much difference in strategy overall, except for you would have less. Since the paladins double the amount of an archer, then some, you would have less paladins than you did archers. But once again, 3 to 4 paladins in this hallway right here could probably yield the victory for you as well, as opposed to archers. But here you can see I'm just blowing money at this point. I'm throwing up Auto Ballistas. Wave 12, I'm pretty well guaranteed the victory at this point. Once again, just keep an eye on the Gnoll Hunters. Otherwise, if you lay out your Brimstone properly, if you lay out your Archers properly, you will have the 5 skull like you see here. Thank you for watching Orcs Must Die. We will see everyone next time here at Xbox Live Arcade Fans.